Hello friends, I am Mr. Harshal Warade, Assistant Professor from Sanjini College of Engineering, Kopargaon. Today, let us learn Deming's cycle and 14 points given by Dr. Deming. Now, Dr. Deming is one of the quality gurus who has given or who has formulated his philosophy, which is known as Deming's philosophy. So, first of all, let us know about Dr. Deming. So Dr. William Edward Deming is known as leading quality guru in United States. He is called as the quality guru because most of the TQM principles were pioneered by him for upliftment of Japanese post-war industrial sector after 1945. We know that after the World War II, Japan was totally collapsed in all directions, economically also. So in order to uplift the or in order to boost the economy of Japan as well as the industrial sector of Japan, William Edward Deming was working for this task, and he has successfully recovered the Japanese economy as well as Japanese industrial sector. That's why his principles, which helped to come out Japan as the world's second economy, was the effect of Deming's philosophy. So Deming's philosophy is given in 14 points. He suggests that a basis for this transformation is provided by his 14 points, whose adoption and implementation would be a sign that the management intends to stay in business and aims to protect investors and the jobs. The 14 points also provide the basis for a theory of management. He strongly believed that there is no excuse anymore for ignoring or misusing the science of managing for quality. So let us learn here the Deming's cycle. So Deming's chain reaction. The successful implementation of Deming's statistical approach has been the main contribution to Japan's attainment of its worldwide reputation of quality products. Deming gave us a simple message to improve the quality and thereby the cost investment. This message is contained in his chain reaction, which is stated as improve the quality, which will improve the productivity, and this will decrease the cost and decrease the prices of the product, which ultimately will increase the market, and the manufacturer will stay in business and the business will provide the more jobs, and when more jobs will be provided and overall this improvement will be done, then the manufacturer will get profit on his investment. So this is what is the Deming's chain reaction. Quality improvement is not a costly business option but a strategic imperative that is essential to the business survival. So let us see here quality, cost and productivity. If we see here, this is what is the Deming chain. Improve quality, which will decrease the cost, which will ultimately improve the productivity. This will decrease the prices of the product and services, and ultimately if the prices and prices of the product or services, if they are decreased and if they are maintained at good quality, so such products they are easily sold in the market, so it will capture the market, so it will increase the market for that product or service, and the manufacturer will stay in business for long term, and the business can provide more jobs to the people in society, and finally the manufacturer or the company or the organization will get the return on the investment. So if we see here, so this is what is the Deming chain reaction, and if we see the cost, in this case the cost of a product will go on decreasing, and finally the productivity will go on increasing. So Deming suggested one of the important part or one of the important cycle for this improvement, that is known as Deming cycle, that is also known as PDCA cycle or PDCA cycle. One of the most important contribution of Deming is the PDCA cycle, that is plan, do, check, act cycle, which is useful for total quality management, or that is TQM concept in various industries. So PDCA cycle, let us see here. I have shown a figure. The figure shows us a circle in which every quarter, there are 4 quarters, and every quarter is occupied by the plan, do, check and act activities. Let us learn about this PDCA cycle. So what is plan activity? So plan to improve your operations first by finding out what things are going wrong. That is, identify the problems faced and come up with the ideas for solving these problems. This will be there in plan activity. Second activity is do activity. Do changes the design to solve the problems on a small or experimental scale first. This minimizes the disruption to routine activity while testing whether the changes will work or not. Then third one is check activity. Check whether the small scale or experimental changes are achieving the desired results or not. Evaluate this result. And finally, the act activity. Act to implement the changes on a larger scale if the experiment is successful. This means making the changes a routine part of your activity. Also, act to involve other persons, other departments, suppliers or customers to implement them on a larger scale. So this is what is the PDCA cycle, which is used for obtaining the desired effect. Let us move further. Now, Deming has given 14 points or 14 principles. Deming has created these 14 principles for management that summarized his business philosophy. The principles became a basis for transformation of an industry. These 14 principles apply anywhere from small organizations to large industries, to the service industry as well as to the manufacturing industry. So these principles are as follows. Let us see these principles one by one. Create constancy of the purpose. So first point is create constancy of purpose towards improvement of the product and service with the aim to become competitive and to stay in the business and to provide the jobs. Second is adopt a new philosophy. We are in a new economic age where the Western management must awaken to challenge, must learn their responsibilities and take on the leadership for the change. Third is cease dependence on inspection for quality. So eliminate the need for the inspection on a mass basis by building quality into the product in the first place. Means 100% inspection, instead of going for 100% inspection, we should go for sample inspection by making use of statistical tools. Fourth is end lowest tender contracts. End the practice awarding business on the basis of price tag. Instead, minimize the total cost. Move towards a single supplier for any one item on a long-term relationship of loyalty and trust. So tenders should not be given to the persons who are quoting least or lowest. Fifth one is improve every process constantly or forever. Improve constantly and forever the system of production and service to improve the quality and productivity and thus constantly decrease the cost. Next point is institute the training on the job. 7th point is adopt and institute leadership. The aim of leadership is to supervise and to help the people and the machines and gadgets to do a better job. 8th point is drive out fear so that everyone can work effectively for the company, because we know that everybody who works in an organization is having some fear in his or her mind, whether that fear, it can be real one, it can be imaginary one, but this fear need to be driven away. If this fear is not driven away, then that person cannot work efficiently and effectively in the organization. So drive out such fear. 9th point, break barriers between the staff areas. So people in research, design, sales and production must work as a team to see problems of the production and in use that may be encountered with the product or service. So all the people in that organization, they should work as a team. So they should not divide themselves among different groups. Instead of such groups, they should work as a team. 10th point is eliminate exhortations and targets. So eliminate the slogans, exhortation and target for the workforce asking for zero defects and new levels of productivity. Then 11th point is eliminate numerical quotas. Eliminate work standards that prescribe the quotas for workforce and numerical goals for the people in management. Substitute aids and helpful leadership in order to achieve continual improvement of quality and productivity. Then 12th point is remove the barrier that rob the pride of workmanship. So this should be removed. Such barrier should be removed for the right to pride of workmanship. This implies the removal of annual merit rating for the performance. Encourage for education and self-improvement. So encourage education. It institutes a vigorous program for education and self-improvement. And 14th, that is last point, put everybody in the company to work for this transformation. So everybody in company who is working for that organization should be the member for the transformation of that company or that part. And the transformation is everybody's job, and commitment to ever improving quality and productivity becomes essential. So these are the Deming's 14 principles or 14 points for transforming an organization into a successful organization. So with these 14 points, Deming has given some other points also that are known as Deming's deadly sins and diseases. So these Deming's deadly sins and diseases are mentioned here. First one is consistency of purpose is a must. Second is short-term profits are of no use in achieving long-term goals. Third deadly sin and disease is performance appraisals and merit ratings are devastating. Fourth one is job hopping or mobility of management can generate the instability. Fifth one is use of number is to be prevented. So in order to avoid the above deadly sins and diseases, Deming suggested the use of his 14-point program to be used in 3 categories to achieve the required quality and improvement. So those 3 categories are mentioned below. First one is management commitment, which covers the points 2, 14 and 1. Second is better interrelations, which cover the points 9, 8, 10, 11, 12, 7 and 4. And third one category is use statistical methods, which covers the points 6, 13, 5 and 3. So Deming has given a number of principles that is called as philosophy. We call it as Deming's philosophy in order to achieve the goals of an organization to be successful in the business. So here are few references which you can refer for further reading. Thank you.